All right, you're welcome back. It's still Journalist Hangout. Moving straight to our final conversation. Now, bearing last-minute changes, the defection of Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of Kano State from the New People's Party, New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, to the All Progressives Congress, APC, is set to be formally conferred. The grand reception is billed for the Sani Abacha Stadium in Kofarmata in Kano State when President Bola Tinubu visits the ancient city on Monday to welcome him into the APC. Vice President Kashim Shettima and several APC governors are expected at the event, which party leaders say is aimed at strengthening the APC's influence in the Northwest. The state APC chairman Abdullahi Abbas described the occasion as symbolic and significant, marking a major milestone for the party in Kano State. I mean, on Monday, the president will meet with the governor of Kano State to formally, welcome him into the party. But the defection of Governor Yusuf, what will be the impact of his defection to the APC, especially in the Northwest?
Let me start by saying that maybe the likes, or maybe the man, Kwankwanso, should have been the one enjoying this kind of accolades that Yusuf smartly, stepped into. Okay. Because Kwankwanso, in my view, was asking for too much, even though he has come to deny that there was no private meeting between him and president. But that could only be said by a spokesperson. I think he would not come out to say that. But having said that, this is very strategic. Looking at what happened in 2023, the kind of votes President Tinubu got in 2023 was a game changer for him to level up with the margin that Atiku was having above him. So now you have Ganduje in one camp, you have Yusuf in one camp, you have Jibril Barau in one camp, yes, against just Kwankwanso, which in this case may not even has been formidable as at last time, because this time we don't even know which ticket is going to fly. As at 2023, there was some kind of prospect that it could be the game changer, for the voters, yes, who were so optimistic that somebody is going to join him, somebody is going to be for him. And so they went to the polling stations with the hope that the man could become president. But I think Kano voters are very, very intelligent voters. I don't know whether you study them. So I don't think they will want to waste their votes on the NNPP, so to say. So I see it as very strategic for APC. The local government chairmen, if not all, have moved to APC. The state lawmakers,
22 state lawmakers, 44 council chairmen.
So this speaks volume that the president was very, very smart, good. He was going for Kwankwanso, but when Kwankwanso became ungettable, if there's any word like that, Yusuf threw himself forward. And you know what that means? That also killed a lot of acrimony between Yusuf and his predecessor, Ganduje. And this has also thrown up a bigger political family for APC. So for me,
some have called it betrayal.
Because the word betrayal, for anyone who used the word betrayal, I think they've forgotten history. The man Kwankwanso has moved from one party to the other, from APC to PDP to APC to NNPP.
So he also betrayed.
What do you call those people that they left behind to? So I think the word betrayal is from a narrow point of view. It's coming from the angle that both of us fought Ganduje. How dare you go to the enemy's camp? That's the definition of his betrayal. But when you look at a man who is not sure of the ticket is going to fly in 2027, when you look at the man which party is fractured, and APC is building momentum. Maybe that's another thing you've not looked at. Barau or whoever APC was going to use was as sure as getting Abba Yusuf out of power. But this same Barau now has stepped down. Ganduje and probably the candidate you used in 2023, they've stepped down. So who is telling me that Yusuf didn't take a smart move? So I wouldn't call it betrayal. I would rather say it was a smart move.
I mean, this defection, there's been all sorts, also comments about it. You see it as a legitimate political reassessment or a betrayal? What's your reading?
In politics, we have been told there are no permanent friends and no permanent enemies.
Permanent interest.
It's just your interests that matters. You know, it's just like the PDP governors who also moved into APC. They needed to protect their interests. Because if you are not sure that this party, on which platform I got elected, can get me re-elected, and you want that second term, then you must do the smart thing.
They said they didn't want the Zamfara incident, so they had to.
Yes, because it might not be as bad as that of the PDP, but the NNPP was also in problem. It's now also in problem. That of the Labour Party has been settled to an extent.
To an extent,
yes. Nenadi Usman has taken over, hoping that Abure
will not appeal.
Will not go into another. You know, I'm even saying politicians are full of all sorts. And the moment you have a court order, INEC does not have a choice. It's going to obey it because that's what the court says. In APC, Abba Yusuf does not have any problem again. The analysis he did it looks simple, but if you have followed the trajectory, it was difficult to attain because some people have started campaigning for Jibrin Barau. They started campaigning already.
Okay.
People have been visiting him. Come out and declare your interest. And he has been receiving them, meaning that there is something already going on. Ganduje, on one side, after his removal as APC chairman, would have been thinking, okay, let me go and deliver our candidate in Kano. Now, he has dropped that idea. He's backing. So you will say that
Yusuf.
It is complicated, but
so the defection was a smart move.
Look simple, but it's complicated. For even Yusuf to have been that, I won't use the word smart, that he lowered his own self to reach out to all of these people because it takes you to realize that, yes, I'm governor. Yes. I'm going to miss this thing if I don't go and bow to these people. It takes a lot of courage to do that.
To conquer.
It's stooped to conquer. That's the word.
Well,
it's stooped. Because he needs it. Exactly. Otherwise, a Kwankwanso will not have led him anywhere. That's the truth of the matter. The vote that Kwankwanso got in the last election, he can't get it again. Look at all those who are around him. Even before this defection, this major one, you won't tell me that Ganduje does not have a say now.
44
you
council
won't tell
chairman.
me that Barau. You know, I'm even saying even before then, the number of people who had gotten into the government.
All right. All right, I mean, gentlemen, I wish we could still go ahead with this.
Time is up.
It's time. How time flies when we talk Nigeria. But anyway, Dr. Oladipo, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me again.
This conversation with us.
Thank you.
Kaide Ladeni, thank you very much. And also for taking me through history class. Thank you so much. It was beautiful. And that's it on Journalist Hangouts this week. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangouts. And Sunday, we are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oreshegun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.